See, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, people. I just left my guy's channel Views on Sport. I mean, I met Views on Sport, yeah, from of course a guy I work with, a brother of mine, Bant, you know, and to be very sincere with you, yeah, Views is a real one, yeah. Me and him, we differentiate, in lots of takes. I do get that, and it's normal for people you work with, to have different views. Ironically, that's his name, yeah, But the thing there is that I've been at that out for like about two seasons, but I do see perspectives to why we can win a trophy with Arsenal this season, because there's a whole lot of differences, a whole lot of changes that has happened. It doesn't necessarily have to be Mikel Arteta that takes the game, that takes the win. No, I do think personally, yeah, people, yeah. And shout out to Views on Sport, great guy. I just left his channel now, and he's a great guy. Yeah, big ups to Craig Matthews, my guy. See, people, Craig, one of the originals on my channel, people, yeah. Craig Matthews. Me and Craig, people, yeah. We will be on Friday. I'm thinking on Friday. I also contact him tomorrow. Craig, is one of those people that I really enjoyed working with, definitely. But of course, our show got disbanded because so many people had so many things to do, and we never really got the time, to get back on track. Bands had the time to do lots of shows, so we got, Craig to work with him more, But right now that the refereeing season is over, I'll be doing lots of stuff. And shout out to Views on Sport for for that for the transfer. Big ups to you, man. Big ups to you. And see, people, me and Craig will be having something on Friday. But again, back to this Mikel Arteta stuff before we go to our regular scheduled stuff. Thunder Road is here. He says, why is Eba Naija talking about Fufu Garaman? We qualified for WC. Will you? Oh my God. Shots fired, people. Shots fired. Big up to Craig Matthews. Big up to Cooper. Cooper is in the house. Cooper, I miss you in Champions League nights, bruv. Champions League nights. I miss you, bruv. What's going on? What is going on? In the next one, I really want you to be there, my brother, man. Big ups to you. And of course, people, big ups to Views on Sport. If you're coming directly from Views on Sports channel, people, big ups to you. I mean, I was just down there, with Views on Sport. And I mean, see, people, yeah, Views on Sport is a great guy. He's a great guy. I like his football acumen. I like what he's doing. I like what he's done. I like the changes he's trying to bring into his own sphere. He's doing things on his own, and that's great. Everyone who has actually worked with me understand one thing, that I always allow them to be themselves. I always want them to be themselves, and I always want them to have their own minds. I want them to have their own thinking, and clearly Views on Sport is a guy that has his own, his own ideas. And for me in this space, yeah, have your own ideas. You don't need to be part of the sheep. Have your own ideas. Have your own thoughts about what you think about our football club. And I respect you. So Views is one of those guys that gets my respect, people, yeah. Just because he's an independent thinker. Same thing with Waffle Don. He thinks on his own. He's not this crowd mentality kind of guy. Same respect I give him. BBK Sports. Same respect I give him. Don't need to be, yeah, part of a herd, to be heard. I mean, do you get that play on words, people? I mean, you could just be yourself and have reasonable ideas of what you think about the football club. And again, people, I have been Mikel Arteta out, and that's for a reason, because I've supported the course. Because when Mikel Arteta came and took over, people, yeah, There was a whole lot of mess at Arsenal. We weren't winning games. We had shambolic defenders. People, could you remember Squadron Mustafi? I mean, people. Let's go back. Shout out to everyone who's in the charts, people, yeah? See, people, do you remember Squadron Mustafi? Do you remember Squillaci? Do you remember Rob Holden, people? Do you remember Callum Chambers? People, we had treacherous, demonic defenders in this football club. There are somebody here who says, "Morning, Tony. You're obviously just woken up no matter how things change. And the perspective you use, everything remains the same under the manager. Nothing." I get you. But we'll come back to that, the assembled. We'll see have to argue about that, yeah? And of course, Gunner for Life 82, big ups to you. Cooper is still down here. AJ, people. AJ, another real one in this community. I mean, people, yeah? Everyone that support people, yeah? The assembled. AJ, one of those real ones. AJ, the God that's gonna bless that guy and his family. AJ, man. Blessings for you. The way you support each and every one of, it doesn't matter your ideas about Arsenal. This guy literally will support you. If he fucks with you, he supports you. AJ, assembled, all these real ones. God bless each and every one of you. I really, really do appreciate you guys. You guys are top notch, yeah. Top notch people. See, people, do you remember Squadron Mustafi, people? We had Squadron in this football club. Squillaci, we had him in this football club. Think about any treacherous defender in the world, yeah? Papadopoulos, oh my days. People, say no more. Papadopoulos, Konscielny, all these defenders, yeah? Crap, yeah? Aren't crap, all these people, yeah? Mikel Arteta came, took over, got bombs down the road, yeah? And then in his first season, he won the FA Cup. I hear you. If people say that, no problems. But what have you won since that time till now? Because that's what people want to see. It's not all about putting us in that conversation. We don't just want to be in the conversation. Arsenal fans want to win something. And so therefore, the graces I gave to him. I knew people who just wanted him out after a season. I didn't just want him out after a season because I did know that Arsenal wasn't a shambles. I knew that we didn't have the resources and just the raw talents to be there, the quality players to take us to the next level. We didn't have that at Arsenal. So that was why I didn't really get on his back at that time. Big ups to Valhav, big ups, Route, he says hello. And of course, Cooper is there. He says, smash the likes. Subscribe to my brother Tony. That's Cooper, man. Cooper, I miss you, bro. When are you coming to the Champions League night, my brother, man? When are you doing that? People, that was the reason why I gave Mikel Arteta some graces. Yeah, just to have time to do one or two things, yeah, people. But man has only won one FA Cup. And when you go, yeah, to our rivals and see what our rivals have done, Manchester United, Manchester City, winning 8 titles, bruv, people. 8 titles, people. Yeah, 8 titles on the go, including that Centurion season, people. Yeah. Man United, and before then, Man United, a haul of trophies at that time. And even when Manchester United were doing badly, they were still picking up some few cups here and there. They were still picking up the Europa League. They were still picking up cups from here and there, people. Yeah, Views Raid, big ups to Storm Still, people. Yeah. And then that was when Anand said, you know what, yeah, enough is enough with this manager. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm starving of trophies. And this man is not giving me trophies. Yeah. So that's why I stand on Mikel Arteta. I gave him the time that he needed, and he hasn't proven me right in those cases where I showed where I showed faith in him, and he failed us. He failed us as Arsenal fans, at the time, and he's still failing us at the time. Week in, week out, we still worry about who is gonna bring in. I mean, what his lineup is gonna be. I mean, don't we need a manager that you have an idea of what is just gonna line up just before we play football? I mean, your heart is set. You know what he's gonna do. Yeah, I'm not talking of predictability of the team. I'm talking of stability of the team. I'm talking of sustainability of the team. How can you sustain this team with a certain lineup? We know your go-to players, but you can still at the same time switch things up. Yeah. But Mikel Arteta, I mean, every day or every week we get to play, there's just something missing. If it's not Victor Gyökeres, that's not firing on all cylinders, it will just be putting three defensive midfielders in the game against Liverpool. It will be putting three defensive midfielders in that game against Manchester City. I was having a talk with BBK Sports, and when we had that conversation, I had to concede to the fact that Mikel Arteta actually put three defensive midfielders in that game against Liverpool. I see reasons to why he did that, because you don't just go to Anfield and just go and bamboozle Liverpool at Anfield. But with the form of Liverpool, they've conceded to almost every team that they've played, apart from probably maybe Arsenal this season and Burnley. They've conceded to all these other joke teams. So we starting in that Liverpool game from a place of a defeatist mentality doesn't really put us in a position where we could say, hey, we provided big competition for Liverpool. We went head on with them. We attacked them. We can't say that because of the manager's tactics. So even if I'm a little bit more positive about what we're going to do this season, that's due to Andre Berta people. I mean, people like to forget what Andre Berta has just done this summer. People. Cooper says, Tony, anytime you want, I'll make myself available to do a stream with you. Okay, Cooper. Okay, good. Then I'm looking at Friday. Me, you, and Craig Matthews will be here on Friday, definitely. I would have to check you up on Instagram. I need your number, Cooper, man. So please send me your number, Cooper, on Instagram so that I can just directly send you stuff. Yeah. And Cookie is here. Cookie says hello, Cookie. And of course, Storm Steele is still here. It says views rate definitely, and it says Route says important plan. But let's hope Ethan and Eze do something, hoping for this to be the season. Let's go, Goonies. And of course, Route, yeah, this is where I clearly differ from most of my community members, yeah, that we are all at that out. I do see the light at the end of the tunnel with this team, to be very sincere with you. And that's due to the changes that Andre Berta have brought to the football club this past summer, people. 8 players who, I mean, maybe let's just say out of those 8 signings, yeah, we have 5 quality players, like nearing world-class status. Maybe not even nearing world-class status to that extent, but you know the kind of like quality players. Eze is quality. It walks into any team in the Premiership. I mean, people, let me know if Eze doesn't work into any team in the Premier League. I think in Carpe, I mean, I've seen what he's done at Bayer Leverkusen, and people, don't you tell me crap about Nkape, because Nkape was a German invincible. He played in that Bayer Leverkusen team with Fabian Wirtz. Yeah. So if Wirtz is getting accolades, Nkape also has to be getting accolades too. Yeah. He's a good player. And now that he's coming back, people, Nkape is coming back just immediately after this internationals. In fact, Mikel Arteta said that he's going to come back in this game against Fulham. Yeah, these are cool players. These are quality players. And again, people, yeah, I'll just give you a perspective to this. Yeah, Odegaard came into that matchup against West Ham, must win, by the way. Played for how many minutes, got injured, and left. People, Arsenal went to that bench and brought in Martin Zubi-Mendy. People, and this is why I differ with many of this our friends in this community. Yeah, when was the last time that Arsenal actually looked at our bench and said, you know what? Yeah, we're tapping from this bench this season. How many players could we 2 seasons ago? How many players, quality for quality, could we say, oh, we can bring into the fray and we won't see that massive drop off? 2 seasons ago, when you removed Trossard and brought in Martinelli, stinker, all true. Stinker, all true. When you remove Saliba and bring in Kivior, stinkers, all true. People, even if Kivior was a half-decent defender, he wasn't the complete bite. He wasn't the complete guy at all. But right now, if you remove William Saliba from that frame, yeah, we have Mosquera, who's ready to take up Saliba's place. And of course, definitely, people, if Gabriel, gets injured and Nkape can come in, people, Ricardo Calafiori can come, although I have a problem with Calafiori playing in centre back, because I still think he's one of the most improved players at Arsenal this season, yeah. But I still think he still needs to show me more defensively. I'm talking of Ricardo Calafiori. He still needs to show me more defensively with his style of play, because he's always popping up. That guy looks like a guy that's possessed by a demon this season, bro. People, Ricardo Calafiori, one of the most improved players this season. And definitely, yeah, that guy is the most attacking minded left back in the whole of the Premiership. Dig that. Just think about that, people. So I see all these changes, and deep in my mind, I say, you know what, yeah? Which other team have scored that in this league the way that Arsenal does? The Assembled. This is this how I'm processing this thing. Thunder Road. This is how I'm processing this. Cooper. This is how I'm processing this. Cookie Miller. This is how I'm processing this. If Arsenal have certain qualities, if we have certain qualities in our team right now that we could tap from the bench, and we didn't have that 2 seasons ago, 3 seasons ago, when we were going against the big one and we're going against Man City and of course Liverpool for the title, and we didn't have this quality coming from the bench. And this season we have it. And it's all clicking together one way or the other. Even if we do know something is still missing, and that's due to the manager. But I'm putting up a case that we now have more individual players with a different mentality. Mentality-wise, we might not be there as winners. I completely get that. But in terms of squad depth, in terms of bringing quality off the bench to help out your first 11 in a team, Arsenal have got that. I've not seen that in other bigger squads. Let me not say bigger squads in rival teams like Liverpool. People, have you literally thought of what happens to Liverpool when Van Dijk, who has been overused by that team now, and people, calamities coming and injuries coming? I smell it from afar, people. I smell it. I just smell it. If he goes down injured, guess who comes in for Van Dijk, people? Easy. Guess who comes in? Gomez. If Konate drops down in that Liverpool squad, who would they bring in? Bradley or who? I mean, see, Quante, who was a little bit okay, has been sold to Bayer Leverkusen. I mean, see, people, yeah, I mean, we can do all these permutations all we want. We've seen Frimpong, who came into the football club, and Frimpong, I mean, doesn't really look that good, innit? Yeah? And then they had muscle in the midfield, Szoboszlai. The manager's taking away Szoboszlai, who was a big muscle in that midfield, and he's now playing right back, in right back position. McAllister he's having a dreadful start to the season, people. He's having a very huge, big hangover this season. And I'm looking at the quality that they have off the bench, and I'm like, they don't really have such a big squad the way we're looking at it. Yeah, they have some certain kind of names that could suffice for them, but they don't really have that quality in it. Maybe not quality, but they don't really have that depth that Arsenal have really got. And even the quality we're really even talking about, yeah, look at Isaac. Both for club and for country, he's really struggling. Even if Gyökeres, our own striker too, is also struggling to be very fair. But Isaac is struggling. Cody Gakpo is actually struggling this season. People, Ekitike has hit the ground running, and that's because he's had that base from the French League on, where he has to be very, very physical, honed his skills more in Germany where he played, and then came down to the Premiership and he looks better, well suited for the Premiership, so I give Liverpool that one. But Wirtz, the most expensive signing in British history, is looking like pure garbage. And this season, they've had to drop him twice or so this season already. So they don't have the same kind of quality that we do have coming off the bench. And people, you do know. I mean, you who have been with me, yeah, some of the guys here, like the Assembled, AJ, and all these other people, yeah, they've been with me through this title run-ins that we've had, yeah. You do know you need a strong bench to go through this situations, innit? But let's read some of what our people have here to say. Thunder Road says here, it says, I think Arteta deserves some credit as well for the players we have. It's not just better. I mean, Thunder Road, I mean, I hear you. But again, during the course of the summer, yeah, we've seen Arteta, you know, mismanage some certain kind of things, yeah. And sometimes you just have to give credit to whom credit is due, and that's better. I do feel that, because, mind you, all the whole players that we've been bringing in before, Mikel Arteta said in a press interview that it is him and Edu that brought in all these stinky players, yeah. And this is my problem with Mikel Arteta. He took it upon himself to say and act in that way, yeah, to say that him and Edu brought those players in. So right now, I don't respect the players that he brought into the football club. To be very sincere with you, I don't. And that's why most of them have had to leave the football club, people. Tavares had to leave the football club, brought in by Mikel Arteta. How about that guy in FC Porto, people? How about the guy in FC Porto? What's his name? People remind me, what's his name? I mean, all these stanky players that we brought in, it was all done by Mikel Arteta. So let's just give the full credit, people. Let's give the full credit to better. I mean, Thunder Road, that's where the credit lies. It's Andre Better. He did it. he makes sure that he brought these players in. Yeah, and we are not going to take that away from him. If we left Mikel Arteta at the helms of affairs in terms of administering who comes into the football club, he could have stank up the place yet again. Sincerely, that's what I think. So let's just give Andre Beta, the kudos for what he has done. He has single-handedly raised the hopes of Arsenal winning the title this season. Just imagine us without Andre Beta. What would we have done? What would we have done? Yeah? So single-handedly, this man has changed stuff. He's changed my ideas of what might happen this season, despite we still having Mikel Arteta. Because I do think that we have a title-winning squad. For once, people. In the other seasons when we're going head-to-head with Man City, Liverpool, deep in my mind, I to be very sincere, I never ever felt like, man, we're convincingly going to win this title running. I never felt like that. You know why? Because of the bench. Because when I look at our bench, we don't have that quality. When I look at our first 11, I'm seeing gaps, I'm seeing holes. I'm seeing people who don't want to win. I'm not seeing the mentality of champions. I'm not seeing people who want to wrestle 3 points on the go. I'm seeing losers. I'm seeing people who are just there for their paychecks. No motivation whatsoever. And we lack winners. Yeah? We lack winners. But let me go to, because I really want to pay attention to your charts, people. I really, really want to pay attention to your charts. Of course, Cookie says, do you have a great day on Friday, like ever outside? Yeah, I do. I actually do, man. I actually do. I'm actually outside because I'm also a referee, so I actually go out and just do other things too, apart from streaming, apart from work, my normal job as a teacher, and of course as a referee also. Cookie says, I hope you hit 1 million subs, man. I pray so, Cookie. I pray so. December says, question. This window reminds me of the Rock window when Arsenal signed Bergkamp. He didn't fit into the squad. We had levels above what we had. Wenger arrived within a year. Thoughts, if any, Tony? I mean, see, but Bergkamp, the thing there is that if Bergkamp came in, if Bergkamp and Thierry Henry, big ups to Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy says, big ups to you. See, the assembled. If Bergkamp and Thierry Henry came in to the football club in this era, at this time, they will be labeled failures. Because these players didn't hit the ground running when they came to Arsenal. They would have slacked them off, people. And in particular, Bergkamp, he was so poor when he came. He was so poor. I mean, we do know right now, we do know in hindsight that Bergkamp, was one of those legends that was very slicky when he was playing. Not your fastest player, but very tricky player. Savvy and everything like that. That wasn't how he was when he started playing for the Arsenal. If you brought him in this time, in this period, he will be cooked. He will be cooked heavily. I mean, heavily, people. Mostly now that we have social media, these people won't have no patience with him. But again, I want to look at these things as epochs, as timing, as eras. Each era have its own time in it. But again, I do relate to what you're saying, in a way, because this manager is brought in, Gyökeres, and he's in fire on all cylinders, innit? So, but now, it's now in a fight. Do we give Gyökeres that much time to actually assimilate? Or do we still drop him and bring in Kai Havertz? People, the assemble, this is where the bigger problem would come in. It's not even in the acquirization of these players, it's in the pressure that's mounting in the bench. Mind you, I told you, Arsenal now have got a very big bench. Big up to Red RD. He just crept into the channel. Big up to him, Red RD, my alien brother. I mean, I hope, Red RD, yeah. I really hope that the aliens haven't taken your computers, my guy. I hope they've not taken your computers. Big ups to you, Red RD, and Cooper, my brother, is still down here. People, I will be with Cooper on Friday by the grace of God. He just sent me his number on Instagram. And me, him, and Craig Matthews. I'll be adding one more special guest to that. We'll be having a panel. We'll be talking about Fulham and talking about what we're going to do to Fulham. People, no excuses. We have to beat Fulham. No excuses, Mikel Arteta. We have to go down there and smack them up at the Craven Cottage. We'll be getting perspectives to that, yeah. But let me take more of your charts down here. And Cookie says, yeah, it was literally the one star ever, but it was not banded, but a little bit. But there's a lot of cockroaches. I mean, oh my days. The Assemble Toronto, yes. Of course, Hendon Guna. Shout out to Hendon Guna. Big ups to Hendon Guna, another top real one out there, yeah. And says, good afternoon, Tony Claude, and all watching. Hope you're good. Hendon Guna, the only time that I'll be good is unless Arsenal smack up Fulham, because we need to beat Fulham. We need to keep pace, yeah, at that top. We need to show these people, yeah. I mean, we need to send a message, yeah. Arsenal needs to send a message to the other rivals that we don't fancy dropping points. We want to win. We're going to face these oppositions and we're going to pummel them home and away. This is the kind of mentality that I want. But the problem there is that, and the Assembly, this is why I key into what you always talk about, is the mentality of these Arsenal players. Do we have that mentality to actually go down in Craven Cottage and still rock steady and still come back to win? What happens if we consider an early goal against Fulham? Because Fulham always like to actually score first in most of their games this season. So they're fast starters. In other words, Fulham are fast starters. How do we quell that? We have to be quelling that. You know, what's our resistance level? What's our mentality going down to Fulham? All these things needs to be checked, my people. It needs to be checked. Under no circumstance should we let Fulham off the hook. We need to pile more pressure. And this is why I want competition for spaces and competition for places, because I've just seen that Assemble has posted something about Kai Havertz, and we're going to have that conversation. I mean, see, we have to have that conversation. People, I need to know what you guys think. If Kai Havertz comes back in that game against Fulham, magically, Gyökeres doesn't score a goal, it's been taken off, and Havertz has been introduced, and he scores a goal or two goals. Would you like to see Kai Havertz start more games for the Arsenal? Or do you just want Gyökeres to be the starter at Arsenal, people? Would you want it to be a competitive web of players that want to compete with each other and eat each other up? Yeah? Take those spaces, people, pause. Take those spaces, take those positions by competing against each other, people. That's what I'm looking for. I don't know what you guys are looking for. Do you guys want that number 9 position to be rotated with Kai Havertz? I want to see what you guys think about that. Hendon Guinness says, good luck with the procedure, Cooper. And they are taking out the fixator plate and screws. Yeah, exactly. So our brother Cooper, I mean, Cooper has not been feeling fine for some time, but, you know, we do know that We love Cooper down here on our channel. He's our brother down here, and we pray that everything you go through, that God, would see you through, and that healing comes for you, my brother Cooper, man. We love you down here. That's why Hendon is, sending thoughts and prayers to you, and we love you, my brother, man. So don't worry, everything will go well. Everything will go well, Cooper. Don't worry, man. And again, Hendon Guinness says, he says, okay, well, first of all, Cooper says, he says, need a more balanced midfield. Rice in the 6 because his WC as 6. Eze in 10, MLS Owaneri in the 8. People. You know what, yeah? The thing there is, when we're talking about Rice in that 6th position, then where do we put Martin Zubimendi? I mean, let's think about this. Let's think about it. It's not something that we can just open our mouths and just say, oh, put Rice in the number 6. No, we do have someone who that is his job. That was what he was brought in for, people. So Martin Zubimendi is our 6. And we need to come to terms with that reality that Mikel Arteta, you guys know, is a stubborn manager. That Mikel Arteta is not that guy that is going to change what he thinks, change how he feels about things. He's going to go with his guts. He clearly has favorites in the team. And to be very sincere with you, Zubimendi is one of his favorites. Although I was very, very shocked with the tactics he had against West Ham, where he actually put Zubimendi on the bench. So I'm still thinking, why did he do that? Because clearly Zubimendi is one of his favorites in the team. So I'm looking for perspectives. This game against Fulham would give me the perfect picture of what Mikel Arteta is trying to do. Because to be very sincere, I don't have any understanding of what this manager is doing with our midfield, people. I don't really understand. Because today you see 3 defensive midfielders. Tomorrow you see one creative player in the midfield and 2 defensive midfielders. So, that experimentation needs to stop. That's the first thing. The experimentation on 3 defensive midfielders needs to stop. The only reason why I would ever want to see 3 defensive midfielders, people, because I'm not a selfish Arsenal fan. I do understand. I do see perspectives to why we should rotate the squad. People, rotating the squad doesn't mean diluting what you have down there, not putting you in a competitive edge to win games. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about rotating the team so it helps us out due to injuries. Mind you, we've already seen a host of injuries in this team. People, Odegaard, injured, people. Injured. The fans were commenting, oh, we need someone there. We need someone there who would create. What are you doing, Mikel Arteta? What are you doing? And then, okay, it brings Odegaard, it rushes him in, bam, bam, boom, man is injured yet again. So again, we have to curtail our expectations this season when it comes to our midfield. This is one thing I need to get out there. We need to contain our expectations when it comes to our midfield this season. We will need to rotate, people. Voodoo Doll Gaming, my guy, my brother, Voodoo Doll Gaming. People, watch along on Saturday against Fulham. It's gonna be wild when we're gonna be here, people. Definitely, Voodoo Doll Gaming will be here. Definitely, the aliens won't take away his computer. So definitely he will be with his gadget and we can do our watch along together. But anyway, let me read some of the things here. And Endon says better is here to lay the foundations for the next manager. And again, I do think so. Again, I do think so. Personally, I don't really think Under Better really rates Mikel Arteta, to be very sincere with you, because he's worked with more serious managers, he's worked with more winners. I mean, look at the guy who worked with at Atletico Madrid, a winner. Simeone. Simeone is a winner. Come on, guys. And it's tough. So I mean, he's worked with winning managers. So I mean, he's just looking at his owners and he's like, okay, let me just provide Mikel Arteta with what he should use to win the title. And you know what, yeah, people, yeah, this is what I think. Mikel Arteta might escape the sack this season. People. That's my thought. Even if the owners will be okay if he wins the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup, they will keep him here, people. They will keep him here. And the thing there is that Arsenal now has that squad in depth that can enable us actually win those kind of trophies. So people, I mean, this is the thing, and this is why this Mikel Arteta thing, it's a very big problem in our football club right now, yeah. I think he's staying, people. I think the owners like him. They love Mikel Arteta. And part of the fan base, they love this guy. They love Mikel Arteta. They would die for him. Many of them would die. I mean, they will lay down their own lives for Mikel Arteta. And again, see, people, I mean, to each person their own, their own thoughts. But this is the thing. I think that Mikel Arteta will be bailed out by this team assembled by Andre Berta. I think we have enough quality to win us a major trophy this season, people. I mean, I'm looking at our other rivals here, and I'm looking at what they've got. What they've got isn't really sufficient right now. Yeah, we can look at Man City and say that Haaland is scoring goals. We can look at Rangers, that's doing quite well. But, I mean, these guys can't make up the team. They can't make up the whole team. Yeah, it's a systematic web of multiple games where you have to play in the course of the whole season. They would have to play in the Carabao Cup. They'll have to play in the FA Cup. Mind you, they also played in the Club World Cup, so fatigue will start setting in. It's good when Haaland reduces weight to actually, keep himself fit. But we do know that he will get completely banged down, spacked out, get knocked out very, very soon, because man has actually scored nearly half of Manchester City's goals this season, bro. They're using him in every game. And people, you know the rules of wear and tear. I mean, no one needs to tell you all these things, yeah. I mean, he's been used in all these games. Is the highest goal scorer this season. It's gonna get wiped out, yeah, by injuries very, very soon. I mean, it can be, I mean, morphine can be used to ease the pain, yeah, here and there, but in the course of the season, he'll get injured. And people, if Haaland goes down, so does Man City's title aspirations goes down this season, people. And we won't see it to be dead and buried. So I mean, I really do think, yeah, people, that Liverpool is a more viable character to actually come back and bounce back than Manchester City doing anything in this title hunt. To be very sincere with you, I think Liverpool bouncing back is a more visible scenario than than Man City entering the title chase this season. I mean, they can be 5 points, 6 points behind league leaders or something like that, but I don't really think they have enough. And again, for some reason, Pep Guardiola is still, I mean, he still keeps a small squad. He's still a very big fan of this small squad that he can micromanage. I mean, these days in the Premier League, you need a big, huge squad to actually, to actually accommodate all these things. But let's see. some of what you guys are saying. Um, Cooper says, Hendo, my bro. And of course, there was a comment by John Boy. So yeah, Johnny Boy says Arteta would do what he was before Havertz got injured. Gyökeres would be getting 60 minutes, then he'll bring in his favourites. I mean, people, yeah. I mean, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on, because people, Kai Havertz is coming back after the this international break. Likely he comes back in this game against Fulham. People, that's what I'm thinking. But again, I don't know. It's either I come back in this game or I come back in the next one. People, what do you think about Kai Havertz's position in this team? Would you people like to see Victor Gyökeres get competition? I mean, people, let's don't be hypocrites right now. Yeah? Let's don't be hypocrites. Last season we said, oh, we need someone who would come in and battle Saka for that position. This season we're talking about, oh, down that left-hand side, we need someone like Eze that could help us out in that left-hand side. Let's don't be hypocrites, yeah, people, yeah? Gyökeres, we all know he's not firing on all cylinders. What happens when Kai Havertz is fit, ready, and ready to shoot? People, what do we do? Do we leave Gyökeres to completely, absolutely waste his time out there, we knowing that Mikel Arteta is gonna, continue to, annihilate his game, to continue to deny him passes, to deny him true balls that will enable him get in behind defenders, because that's what's happening right now. The big problem is the Gyökeres problem, because as soon as we saw the striker issue at Arsenal, yeah, people, there will be no doubt about our league status as potential champions, people, come May next season. Because if our defenders are clawing on all cylinders to get us this point, if our midfielders are getting goals too with these set pieces and all this stuff, and our striker in that number 9 position adds to the fray, people, we might be looking at something very, very ferocious. So, in what way do you guys want to see Gyökeres continuing this? I mean, because I'm now, see, people, yeah, the microscope is now on Gyökeres, people. He just came into the team. December mentioned it. He just came into the team. I completely get that. But I mean, the Premier League, yeah, I mean, it's fast-paced, yeah. I mean, the criticism starts coming in and start ringing in quite quickly. I mean, people, yeah, look at Wirtz, people. Look at Wirtz, yeah. People were, Liverpool fans were saying, oh, we got Wirtz, oh, we got Wirtz, oh, we got Wirtz. He's not scoring, he's not, he's not really looking that good, he's not really helping out the team. And they didn't really critique him at that point. You know why? Because they were not losing. But right now that the losses are tripling and doubling up on them, everyone now has something to say about him. People, when Arsenal start losing games this season, guess who would be the one on that chopping block? Guess who people would clamp down on? Guess who people would actually critique? Guess who would be slagged off and dragged all over social media, people? It's Victor Gyökeres. Victor Gyökeres will be the victim of media slander when those losses start coming for Arsenal, or when those draws start coming for Arsenal. And that's why we need to do something now. So what do you guys say? Does Kai Havertz come in to provide some certain form of competition, because we all know that either way, Gyökeres needs a kick up the ass. People, pause. He needs a kick. He needs someone to kick him. Big up to Bagav, my guy. Oh, Bagav, I miss you, bro. I miss you, bro. Bagav says, you play you play Kai Havertz. Bagav says, Cooper, he is getting a new contract. I don't know. But December, I want to hear what you think about this. Should we just leave Gyökeres out there to just fend for himself in a system where we know that stifles him per se, and leave out Kai Havertz, who's no more injured, who would definitely have game time in this team, whether we like it or not? He's a big favorite of this man. The manager loves Kai Havertz. You know he's going to play. What is your own idea? Gunners for Life 82. What do you think? Do you think that we should actually pitch Kai Havertz and Gyökeres together to eat themselves up? People, we need enemies in this team. See, people, I want to ignite something, people. Yeah, I want to ignite something. Yeah, that kind of electrocution that comes when the Saliba looks at his place at the team when he was on the bench. Yeah, and he was looking at a young Mosquera actually playing quite well, and he said, you know what? Yeah, Arsenal, give me that deal, and I want my place back. That kind of mentality. That's what I'm looking at in our striking position. So if Gyökeres isn't firing on all cylinders and is looking drab in games, let's call it spade. We're all Arsenal fans, yeah? We're not Liverpool fans, we're not Man. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Gyökeres has been stinking up the place. People, let's call it spade a spade. Yeah? We could talk about the hold-up play. We could talk about the runs. We could talk about, opposition players doubling up on him and him creating space for Bukayo Saka. People, we're Arsenal fans. Gyökeres has stank up the place. Let's be very sincere with each other. Yeah, that's the truth. He stank up the place. But we're not going to judge him because he's just new to the football club. But this is the thing. Do we, as Arsenal fans, want Kai Havertz to be more involved in that number 9 position this season, just to make sure that Gyökeres has that form of competition at his back? So when he's looking at that bench, he's looking at the manager's favorite, getting ready to come on, and him getting out. So it kicks him, it motivates him. And people, yeah, this is the thing. That's why we need quality. That's why we need motivation on that bench. We need ready people on that bench, ready to come in to play. So now that's no longer the problem, because we now have quality in the bench. It's just for the person that would just come in and take their chances. So how do you guys see the changing dynamics between Kai Havertz and Gyökeres? I want you guys to literally answer that. I'm Gunner for Life 82. Big ups to Gunner for Life 82, man. Absolute real one. I mean, I like what he's saying down here. Yeah, big ups to you, man. You know ball. And of course, he says, what exactly is he supposedly good at doing on the pitch? I mean, I don't know. This is the thing. To be very sincere, yeah, aerially he could give you something. Kai Havertz could give you something aerially. Let's don't take that away from him. He can give you that aerially. His hold-up play, it's okay. But again, that's why I'm asking you guys. Do we leave Gyökeres to stink up the place a lot more, to not score more goals? Because, I mean, if you're a striker for the Arsenal, and we had a meeting with West Ham with with the worst defense in the league. That's West Ham, with the worst defense in the league. And we have our highest goal scorer who would just, in the Premier League, in Gyökeres, who scored 3 goals, but people, the whole of those 3 goals was from Leeds United. Yeah. So let's put some perspectives to that. And then Gyökeres couldn't score against a weak West Ham defense, the worst defense in the Premier League, and he struggled to search for a goal, and in the second half, he was completely out of place in that matchup. People, something is wrong. Mentally, something is wrong. Systematically, there's a problem, and it needs to be fixed quickly. Something needs to be done. I mean, it might not be glaring now, and that's because we're winning games. That's because we're top of the league. So people will not naturally, Arsenal fans will want to latch onto it right now. But trust me, when the draws start tripling in, when the losses here and there start coming in, we will put a very big microscope on Victor Gyökeres and what is going on in our striking position right now. So, okay. Gunners for Life says something here. Oh my days, bro. We need to sign a backup striker. People, we need to sign a backup striker in January. Ivan Toney will be much better than Havertz. People. So now, Arsenal that spent about 60-something million pounds on Victor Gyökeres in the summer would need to go back into the market to bring in another striker. People, do you know how that sounds? I'm just saying. Yeah, we spent big time money because it's logical what you just said. But in some spaces, yeah, they will look at it from this standpoint. Arsenal spent nearly 70 million pounds in bringing in Victor Gyökeres as a striker in the summer. And right now, we're actually thinking, yeah, there's that figment of imagination that comes into play that says we do need a backup striker. So we would need to go tap into the January transfer window for a striker. People, something is not aligning in it. Something is not aligning in it. I mean, you just spent big money for a striker in the summer. And we're looking at it as if it's not enough. It's a big problem, people. Big problem. And again, someone needs to take responsibility. And this is where I really like the assembled. He's always been chiming into the system of the manager. And that's something people always don't look at. It's not really under the microscope, really, because when we get the win, we all critique and talk about the wins rather than the system through which the manager used to get those wins that actually alienates our attackers. And this is what the assembled as my moderator and as a fan down here too, has always talked about, and it's all clear down there. It's the system, isn't it? It's the system. So something has to give out to something. It's either the manager goes and a new system comes and change and transform the strikers we have into something different. But the thing there is that the owners love the manager. He's not going to go away. This manager stays. He's going nowhere. So when that issue already, and it's not going away, so the problem persists, innit? Gunners for Life says, what exactly is he supposed to do? Oh my God. The assembly says, for life, absolutely nothing. Oh my days. Oh my days. Oh my Jesus. Oh God. Oh my days. The assembled and Gunners for Life 82. These guys are amazing, legends, people in the charts. And of course, Gunners for Life 82 says, we need to sign a backup striker in January. Ivan Toney would be a much better option than Havertz. Hendon Gunner chimes into the whole thing, and he says, Gyökeres doesn't need a kick up the ass. He needs he needs actual bloody service. So Hendon Gunner is going for the jugular, my bro. I mean, it doesn't get better than this. And this is true. This is fact. People, this is fact. It needs service. Service, my people. It needs service. Service, bro. And he says, feed him the ball. Oh, my days. Oh, my God. Hendon speaks my language. I mean, how many times have you people heard me in my watch-alongs when I'm here, and I've told some clowns who've been here, yeah, and that have been on their channels, yeah, and I tell these people, look the ball up top for Gyökeres. I mean, I have watched Sporting Lisbon and how their midfielders, play with Victor Gyökeres. They set him up on the run, in behind the defender. He just goes tap, tap, boom, through the left, through the middle. Bro, he can even run through the right. I've seen it with Victor Gyökeres. It's fast, it's quick. He can bully players. He gets in behind defenders. Defenders are really scared of him, people. Then why don't you use it? He needs bloody service. That's what he needs. But I'm having a problem. Is it that Arteta doesn't really tell these people? Doesn't really instruct his midfielders to actually get some bloody passes to this guy? Why aren't we getting passes across to Gyökeres? He's been starved, he's been stifled. The system is being micromanaged to just stifle him out. Bro, man can't do anything. He looks drab. And he is taking that same form to Sweden. He looks completely banged up. I mean, he looks like a guy in tatters. And now I'm believing that number 9 shirt at Arsenal is a cursed shirt. You know, number 9, number 14. No, the a curse strikes again. Gyökeres was fine on all cylinders. What happened? Why would he come to Arsenal where he's supposed to be banging in goals and look completely drab? He doesn't look himself. Yeah. And he says, feed him the ball. I could understand if he's missing sitter after sitter. He isn't. He's not getting the service. Exactly. We could really understand if he's missing the sitters, yeah. But again, he's missed some crucial goals anyway. To be very sincere, Hendon, there's a hole in that. In the matchup against Olympiacos, I did see Odegaard launch some long-range passes to find Gyökeres in behind defenders. He ran at them. He outran them. He got to the 18-yard box, and he was just totally bereft of ideas to get the ball in. I mean, I saw some occasions where he got the ball against West Ham in the first half, and he completely fluffed his lines. I mean, it's problematic in a way because we've seen what he can do. We've seen the evidence of what he can do, but he's not just replicating it down here, and it's a bigger problem. It's a bigger problem. Gunners for Life 82 says Kai Havertz, sell him. Buy oh my days. Gunners for Life 82. I like this, brother. I like this, brother. He says sell him. Sell him. Sell him. Get Ivan Toney. And of course, Hendon Gunner says, good shout, Gunner for Life 82. I would even take Tony in on loan in January. He says he'll take Tony in by January. Gunners for Life says would not. Voodoo Dog gave me my brother, my guy. You know, he says he says something here, people. He says we need to sell Jesus first. Yeah, people, we need to sell Jesus first. How about that? Yeah, Gyökeres need to start bagging because Havertz will 100%. Yeah, exactly. Havertz will start getting goals. That's what I'm thinking. He might start getting goals. People throw out the window that he scored nearly up to 12 goals. I mean, last season in the league alone, all season maybe he might score like about 15 goals. I don't know. Not good enough for Arsenal. I get that, but he was the highest goal scoring attacker at Arsenal last season by Saka. So, I mean, in any way we look at it, he might start scoring goals because he would want to revive his Arsenal career. He's just coming back from injury. He hasn't done anything. He got injured. Now he's coming back. He'll be hungry for goals. So if Gyökeres isn't scoring, they might likely give Havertz a chance. And if Havertz takes that chance, people we might see Gyökeres might start looking for opportunities, to play in this team. And that might greatly hurt his confidence. And that's what I'm more afraid of, hurting Gyökeres. Gunners for Life said Gyökeres will get goals. The team need a strategy of getting the ball to him in the right places. Unfortunately, Arteta isn't doing that. It's clear to see Arteta is not fine-tuning. As a manager, yeah, you need to put perspectives into some certain things. You need to fine-tune your style in order to get the best out of your players. You need to fine-tune your style to be able to cater for your front man. Yeah? You need to tweak the system just a little bit. Yeah? We need to get someone like Eze more involved centrally to be able to just lay those deep cutting passes in behind defenders. To just find Gyökeres. Yeah, those looped up passes. We need to have a keen eye for this kind of passes. Tweak the system. Do something. Gunners for Life said, yes, Tony. Remember Eduardo before he got injured. We were on to win the league. As soon as he did, we didn't win it. Yeah, the striker curse. And I think it's happening yet again. How can we bring one of the most hottest properties in the whole of Europe and bring him down here to score some goals, and then he's looking stinky in all these games? It's not looking good, isn't it? Voodoo Gaming says we need to sell Jesus first, and I agree. Jesus, get all this garbage out of our football club. We need to get all this garbage out first. Yeah, Jesus and all these, all these clowns. We need to get them out. Jesus, why is that guy still in this football club? If Kizio is going out and all these other losers that were in our football are all out, what is Jesus still doing here? We need all these players out. Yeah, we need them out. The Assemble says the manager is trying to win the league with the players he has brought. Zubi and Vieira playing on the left-hand side. We dropped 7 points when we were 8 points clear. Before that, the Trossard for Jesus. Yeah, exactly. It was, that was a shame. Mostly that Trossard and Jesus. People, I need Gabriel Jesus out of this football club, bro. He's been leeching out of this football club. Enough is enough. He needs to go. He needs to go. Enough is enough. He's leached from this football club. Enough. He needs to go. He needs to go. Cooper says, I love Ivan Toney. Yeah, definitely. Ivan Toney is a big option to have. Gunners for Life says, thanks, Tony. You're a legend too, brother. Hit the likes. Sup to the legend, Tony Claude. Yeah, big up to you, Gunners for Life 82. You're the kind of brother that I like, on my channel. And definitely, I would be with Deji Sports this night. 8 o'clock UK time, people. Deji Sports, the mouthy. Yeah, the mouthy. Spurs fan. We'll be down here tonight. And I want you guys to make this place a very, very horrible place for him to exist in. People, I want you people to make, the charts look look horrifying for Deji Sports, because he'll be down here to spout his shit. And people, I need you down here, people, to really deal with Deji Sports late this night by 8 p.m. UK time. People, you have to be here. And of course, Cooper says, Arteta the only person who doesn't understand. Oh my days, bro. People, yeah, Cooper is brutal, man. That's why I like Cooper. Cooper is a real one. It's very brutal. He says it. Cooper says it as it is. Him and Gunners for Life, and all these guys dissembled. You guys are brutal. You guys are very true to fractal, with the way you guys handle your talks. And of course, Cooper says Arteta, only person who doesn't understand how to play with a striker. Gyökeres needs service. People, it's clear. It's clear. Yes, of course, Deji is a sound geezer, but he's a very mouthy guy. Yeah, everyone knows him as a mouthy sports fan. So definitely, everyone, wants to take a pop at him. But he's my guy, people. Yeah, but he's gonna come down here and tell us why Arsenal is shit. Why Spurs is gonna win a trophy before Arsenal yet again. And it's true. What he has said has been true. Spurs have actually won a trophy before Arsenal's done. So it's not a lie, in it, but it hurts because it's coming out from a sports fan's mouth. So Cooper says, Gonatola says, agreed. Jesus is finished. People, Jesus is a finished player and he's still in this football club, earning wages, earning a living. People, when does this end? Gunner for Life says, Kai will score a few goals against the lesser teams. Big deal. Cooper says, fact, Gunner, mate. Dissembled says here, Cooper, all the injury-prone players Arsenal have sold amazingly. They're not injury-prone when they leave Arsenal. Exactly, people. Exactly. When they leave the football club, suddenly this guy turns to the Avengers. Look at Granit Xhaka. Every time he will be injured, every time injured, one niggly injured. Bro, he goes to Germany. It becomes a German invincible. It looks okay. It comes down to Sunderland. It's looking like a Marshall. No more injuries. Look at Nkape, who I've not really seen. Yeah, really get injured at Bayer Leverkusen. It comes down here and man can't even play 2 games. Man can't play 2 games, people. Man can't play 2 games. Make that make sense, people. Make that make sense. Nordgaard, I said this on a shot that I had, yeah? Nordgaard, an absolute lion when he plays for Brentford. I've never seen that guy. Of course, there'll be times he has actually not played for Brentford. I do get that. But those are isolated cases. I've never seen, Brentford not playing without their captain. Never. I've not seen it. Whenever I want to maybe watch Brentford play, bro, I always see Nordgaard down there. He's always playing. But then this man comes to Arsenal and man can't even get a competitive game because he's injured. Make that make sense, people. So there's a problem with our players, with how they play. Odegaard can't even play 3 straight games straight. He can't even get 2 straight games where he can't even be substituted, bro. Something is going wrong with maybe our training methods. There's something that's wrong. The tackles, something is wrong. Something is out of place with how we play, with how we practice, with what we're doing down there that will make these players that don't have injury records or injury history turn to broken players with broken bones and broken knees and broken ACLs. Bro, it's a shambles right now, bro. It's a shambles. And this might derail our season, people. This is one of those things, really, that can derail our season. It could completely just make our season just collapse, people. This thing, this injury of a thing. And Mikel Arteta is not a good manager of fitness, stability, and sustainability in a team. I mean, he has failed. I mean, he has shown us evidence year in, year out that he's failed in this. And these are perspectives to why I think Arsenal can go on to win something without the manager. It's not the manager's doing because he's failed. It's only the players that we brought that might help us with some kind of like deep mentality for winning to pull us out of the trouble that we're in, not necessarily the manager. Because, I mean, he can't manage fitness issues. His lineups is always coming out suspect. He doesn't know how to use a striker. He doesn't even wants to even engineer something to get to use that striker as well. He's not a great man manager. Only thing that has improved is now making changes a little bit more quicker. I have to give that to him, because before I have to wait for Mikel Arteta to issue a change in the team, and I have to wait till the 85th minute, 81st minute for him to make a change in the team. Yeah, but now he's now making those changes 60-something minutes, and so I should give that to him. But apart from that doesn't change anything. Has your style of play changed? The answer is no. Do you use your striker effectively? The answer is no. You don't do all these things. And sincerely, that's my only doubt. If you're asking me if this team has the capacity to win the title, I would say yes. The only thing is, does the manager have the mentality to win? And the answer is no. That's my only fear. The manager. That's my only fear. By the way, news. Semanyo, people. Semanyo. I think Semanyo should be the guy we should be looking at January transfer window or in the summer, next summer. Semanyo has come out to say, people, that Arsenal is the club after his heart. People, I mean, when a player says that, he's playing for Bournemouth right now. If he comes out to say that, people, Arsenal should be looking on tying that deal with Bournemouth right now, as we're talking. They ought to be reaching out, to its representatives. Because it's clear to see. We need players who really love this football club and want to play for us. Semanyo, people. Semanyo. Imagine having Semanyo in that left-hand side. So we don't even need any of this Trossard or any Martinelli to stink up the place no more. We just have him down there on the left-hand side. And during periods or at times when Bukayo Saka needs a rest, you have Semanyo who could go left and right because he plays in the right, he plays in the left, he could come through the middle. I mean, he's that kind of guy. He could harm you in different places. People. So Semanyo has come out to say, you know what, I have a bias for Arsenal, although I have control whenever playing against them. I have to control my bias, but, I love Arsenal. He's come out to say it. People, what about Semanyo for Arsenal? How about that, people? How about that? The Assembled said something here. Gunners for Life said something here. It says, we are overtraining, overplaying these players with little to no recovery. Oh, my days. Oh, how can someone make so much sense? Oh, so much sense in one sentence. Oh, my days. Big up to Gunners for, oh my God, too much sense. And he says, the early changes are forced changes. my days. The early changes are forced changes. That's not down to him changing. Oh my days, people. Oh my days. Gunners were like that. Gunners were like that too. You are funny, bro, man. He says it's not down to him. It doesn't even want to give him any credit. No credit to what that. No credit whatsoever. The assembles doubles down and he says, Tony, I've always said Arsenal injuries are too convenient. The key players missing at the vital time in the season, at the vital time, season in, season out, guarantees second place. Word, people, word. Steadily getting worse, but still coming second. People, oh my days, bro. People. I would take Semanyo. That's what Gunners for Life says. I'll take Semanyo. The assembled says, Sammy should have been brought in the summer, not Noni. And exactly. That money we wasted. Big up to Elias. Elias, how are you doing? Big up to you, Elias. Elias gets a po. For at least popping in. Po. Big up to you, Elias. Elias, how are you doing? I hope you're good. I hope your family's good. I hope everything is okay. Blessings to you, my brother. And then the assembled says, Sammy should have been brought in the summer, not Noni. Fact, the assembled says gonna for like 82. And again, I do agree with this fact too, bro. Because why did we go spend that kind of money on a Chelsea reject when we could actually just go for Semanyo? If we have added like maybe 30 more odd million pounds with some certain add-ons, big up to Eduardo Menes. Eduardo Menes, he says, hello from Mexico. Our Mexicano brother. Big up to you, Eduardo. How you doing, man? That name reminds me of Eduardo da Silva, our former striker at Arsenal, that got injured. Oh, my days. He had so much potential, yeah. Whenever I see anyone with the name Eduardo, I remember Eduardo da Silva. He had so much potential as an Arsenal striker, but, to just cut short, and he never was the person it was supposed to be at Arsenal due to that injury. But again, big up to you, Eduardo, and make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Big up to you. And of course, Elias doubles down and says, Semanyo best. Semanyo. Oh, people, Semanyo. I want Semanyo in my team. I was having this conversation with the Waffle Don on BBK Sports. Shout out to those two brothers, yeah. And I was talking to them and I said, you know what, yeah? Rather than talking about a Rodrigo and this and that about a Rodrigo, someone who will come into this league and literally struggle because we don't know what he has. If he has the mentality to come down here and win something, we don't know. So I'd rather go with the angel that I do know and the angel that I do trust in someone like Semanyo. So because Semanyo will hit the ground running, Semanyo is already playing for Bournemouth. He doesn't really have the whole apparatus to actually work efficiently down there, but he's doing quite well with what he has. He's doing quite well. He's getting goals. His GA looks promising. He has 9 GAs. He has already 6 goals. The season is looking good. He's in Paris. It's ferocious. His hold-up play is totally crazy. He's animalistic in nature. He's very strong. He's a brute. See, people, yeah. And I'm wondering, why in God's name did we pick Noni Madueke over Semanyo? It's a no-brainer. With 20 more million added to what we used to get this guy in Madueke, would have added that money and go get a Semanyo. Because if you dial up if you actually dial up Bournemouth right now and say, Bournemouth, you know what, yeah? I need Semanyo. I need Semanyo. Yeah? And we're giving you 80 million. They would look at that money and say, oh, okay, this is crazy money. We'll take that money, but give us some few add-ons. And then the conversation starts from there. Seriously, I don't know why Arsenal never went for Semanyo in the first place. Big ups to, oh, my guy Rex is down here. Rex says, I said we should have got Agoume instead of Notgard and Semanyo instead of Madueke. Oh, my God, Rex, bro. Arsenal, we keep on stinking the place most of the time, yeah. I mean, people, I think Madueke is it's an Arteta signing, people. It's an Arteta signing. That signing wasn't better signing, people. It has Arteta written all over it. That Madueke signing has Arteta written all over it. It's not a better signing, people. Yeah. And people, Lucien Agoume, people, linked to the football club, linked with a January transfer for 40 million pounds, people, from Sevilla. I mean, the guy's strong, you know. He's mobile, he's strong. There's just something about the guy, you know. Lucien is a great guy. You know, French international, I think. He's a great guy. So Arsenal looks to be picking up big and deep interest in this player. So, you know, I'll do a profile on him maybe later on, and then we'll do that later on the show. But for now, it's just mild rumors. Yeah, Arsenal have been linked to this guy before, but again, we need more outgoings first. Let's still get some more players out of the football club. People like Martinelli or Trossard, you know, need to go. And then Jesus also needs to go. Kai Havertz can also be in the market, you know, and then we can look at maybe Semanyo and all these other guys popping into the into the Arsenal. Rex says, yeah, definitely Arteta signing. You're right. Exactly. It has everything written about it. It's written in the stars that is an Arteta signing. Although I would not critique the brother too much, because on an Arsenal shit, it hasn't really been as horrible as I thought it would. I thought he would be totally crap, but it hasn't really been totally crap. It's actually created certain scenarios and certain dangerous moments on an Arsenal shirt. But I don't just need dangerous situations. I need goals. I need wins. I need trophies. That's what I need. Big ups to Martin Ellis. It says Vale versus Arsenal. Yeah, exactly. Martin Ellis. I mean, people, Arsenal smashed up Port Vale. People, we beat them. Martin Ellis says 2-0 is bad from Arsenal. But we still won. We still won, Martin. We still won. It says, remember me. Big up to you, Ellis. Big up to you. The assembly says, it's okay saying Sammy was the one, this manager. He'll be playing behind Trossard. Unbelievable management decisions by Better. And Better may be that was the deal to get Gyoke. And yes, probably. Exactly, the assembled. Just maybe that deal is linked to him getting his own guy, Gyökeres. True. And Rex says, true goals and assist, and is what Semanyo is all about. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, goals and assists. His GA is off the charts. I like his GA. His GA is good. And he has done it last season. He's doing it this season again without the kind of apparatus of a big team apparatus behind him. He's doing it with a team like Bournemouth. And to be very sincere with you, Bournemouth sold some of their very, very good players this summer. Keke's left that football club, and many other players I think left. Some other players left that football club though. But Semanyo has still held his own. He's still looking good. He's still keeping up. So Semanyo should be the next target. I like this Lucien Ngome, but for now, I think we have enough of all this defensive midfielder. I mean, it's okay. What we need right now is someone down that left hand side. Semanyo will do the job. But people, if they give us a chance to sign Rodrigo, would we take it, people? Just before we go, Rodrigo, would we take a Rodrigo, people? Just before we go, do we take a Rodrigo? Does a Rodrigo send a message to the rest of the league competitors, yeah, by January if we bring Rodrigo to the fray? Because definitely he wants to go to the World Cup. He will like game time. He's not getting that game time at Real Madrid. So for some reason, if he comes on loan to the Arsenal by January, would it be something you guys would like to, look into? Would it be something you guys would take? Gunners for Life 82 says, yes, I will take Rodrigo. He's better than what we have at the moment, people. That says it all. I mean, it says it all. It says it all because we have complete garbage down there. We have complete garbage. Red says, I wouldn't mind Rodrigo, but they did say he prefers playing on the right wing rather than left. What I even heard was that he said he's not even going to play in anywhere around striking positions. But again, I don't know, man. I don't know. The Assembled says here, what I find extremely peculiar is it took Havertz an injury for Eze to be signed. Is that because Noni was seen as on par with Eze? I mean, bro, I don't know. And anyone who would see Eze as on par or relate him in any way to Madueke must be smoking bush. I mean, you must be smoking some serious form of hemp or some serious psychedelics for you to be compared to Eze and Madueke in the same light. I mean, if any of this Arsenal people did that, well, good luck to them. I just thank God that we got Eze. But again, you do feel that some of this Arsenal recruiters, yeah, you do feel that some of them are high on psychedelics because, I mean, how can you make such mistakes? Yeah, Semanyo, yeah, a market opportunity to get Semanyo. I mean, you must be absolutely drunk for you not to look at Semanyo as someone to bring in. It rather you go and bring in Madueke. I mean, Arsenal. I mean, sometimes it's mind-boggling the way we think at Arsenal. What we look at, I don't really know. It's crazy, bro. Gunners for Life 82 says Martinelli is oh my day. Oh, Trossard is over the hill. We need a proper left winger and a proper left back. That's where I have a problem, Gunner for Life. I think Ricardo Calafiore at left back is getting better. Is getting better. Defensively, I had worries about him last season, but this season it's kind of like popping up in different positions. He's helping out our attack. Defensively, he has improved, but he's not there yet. Understand that. Defensively, he has improved. I mean, I saw him go head to head against Salah and Szoboszlai. I mean, down that left hand side. I saw him do that. He kept those players quiet. at the time. When they went to Anfield, he did that. So I'm just saying he's improving as a defender. He's not there yet. Yes, we could bring in someone, but I don't think that's a priority area because we still have Mars Lewis Kelly who could also still come in and defend the fort if Ricardo Calafiori gets injured. So it's not a big priority area where we would have to throw resources into. We have other problem areas where we need to, because see, people, for some reason, I think we need a backup striker. For some reason, Kai Havertz can do it. We need a backup striker. We need a left winger. I mean, that's number one. We need a left winger. And people, yeah, even with what is happening to Odegaard, people, I'm starting to think that we need a new number. People, we need a backup number 10. We need a backup number 10. I mean, people, see, I mean, tell me if I'm crazy, people. I think we need a backup number 10, just in case, people, just in case. Because the manager is not playing Max Dorman. The manager doesn't believe in Waneri. I don't know. I don't know. Odegaard is injured, in and out. So there's a problem. Maybe we need someone like a Pedri. How about that, people? Pedri. I mean, is he out of our league? Is Pedri out of our league, people? I don't think Pedri is out of our league. Yeah? He's not out of our league, people. And of course, Gunnersville said, with all due respect, Tony, Mr. Glass won't play many games. Oh my days. That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. When you put that to perspective, life, I mean, that's true, people. We all know that this guy is made of glass. But again, that's why I specifically said also that Maj Lewis Kelly can also come in and block the fort and help out the fort if he gets injured. So we do have a backup down there, and that's why I don't think it's a priority area. I don't think it's a priority area. Yes, we need someone down there, but it's not a priority area. And again, people will tell you, look at Calafiori's performances for Italy. His performances are 10. The Italian press are all giving him 10 over 10 in the performances for Italy. In almost all matches he's played in this international breaks for them. He's one of Arsenal's most improved players. Defensively, I still think he has a lot to do, but he has improved from last season. Last season, it was total garbage. But again, we can look at it from different dimensions. Arsenal haven't had to defend deeply most times this season. Maybe that has made him look more better. He has only tried to attack more better, getting into more pop-up scenarios and more advanced positions in the team. Yeah, he's done that this season. Maybe he hasn't had to defend in a flurry, for full 20, 30 minutes where you'll be sucked up with pressure. He hasn't done that this season. Just maybe that's a factor we've not seen that makes us believe he's improved this season. If we're in such situations, I still doubt he will be the man to cope with such. But again, I still do think that we still have proper cover in that area, people. And mind you, we still have Mosquera. People, we have Mosquera who could actually play in that left back position. People, you've totally forgotten that Mosquera plays as a left back, he plays as a right back, he plays as a center back. In both areas, he covers everywhere. So, people, in that left back position, we have enough cover, people. Enough. I mean, the cover is just so enough because Mosquera also plays left back. But again, priority area. We need a backup striker. We need a left winger. And one more creative player, people. Just one more creative, but one more creative, just one more creative player. Yeah. And it's all done. It's all done. Um, Assembled says everything is done by design, and I do agree. I see your perspective, the Assembled. Yeah, I agree. Noni is the first signing that the entire fan base agreed was the wrong signing, and that's true. Rex says if I had to choose between him and Zichenko, definitely Calafiori all day. I mean, exactly, man. Calafiori. I mean, Calafiori. I mean, the way he plays, yeah. I mean, he's a classy player, yeah. But again, he still needs to show me more. This is where I'll leave it for Ricardo this season. He still needs to show me more. He needs to show me more. He needs to show me more defensively before I can really, really rate him this season. Because last season he stank up the place defensively, and he has to redeem his image in my eyes. You know, with with his defensive play last season, he has to do a whole lot for me to respect him again in any way. Um, Odegaard isn't a 10. Oh my days. Oh my days, he assembled. That's what I've said. And he's not great defensively. And MLS is a midfielder. I mean, yeah, there's the perspectives. Yeah, that's true. There's a fact. Uh, of course, Gunner for Life 82 says left back is a priority, Tony. It brings imbalance to the defensive unit, inconsistent players. I mean, yeah, man. I mean, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. I'm totally this kind of guy that believes in let a left back play left back. Calafiori isn't a left back, and he's playing left back. So in that case, I understand that. But again, he's having a great season. I mean, Ricardo Calafiori is having a great season this season. So I mean, I mean, this season you won't see anyone going hard and criticizing Calafiore this season, though. It's only those that see the bigger picture. In this case, you gonna for life. You see the bigger picture, but the bigger picture is not what this fan base is actually looking at right now. We're just looking at the ones that can just give us a temporary high, that temporary copium, that dopamine, that quick fix. Yeah, and to be sincere, Ricardo Calafiore fits that bill. Fits that jigsaw right now. He's playing quite well. He scored a goal. He's helping us in attack. That's what people want to see, and that's where we are right now. It will and people don't get it wrong yet. It will unravel in the season that we do need a left back. It will unravel in itself, but for right now, I don't think people are really looking at those situations and saying, I don't think people are looking at those situations and actually saying, I don't think people are looking at the situations and saying, mm, a left back is what we want right now. They're not doing that. What they're doing right now is, oh, we need a left winger. I mean, that's the default setting. Oh, quick, we need a left winger. Oh, we need a 10. Oh, we need a more creative player. I don't want to use this 10 word, yeah. We need a more creative midfielder. Yeah. We have that in AZ, but we need a backup too. And then a striker, a backup striker. Yeah. That's what they're, that's what people are more inclined to see. And Gunners for Life says, I won't lie, he has been playing well. Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, you just have to be truthful about the whole scenarios. And that's why we're doing this. Let's be truthful. He's been having a good season, man. Ask the assembled. Ricardo Calafiore was one of the most critiqued player on this channel. Me and the assembled, we critiqued him very much on this channel because the assembled has been in most of my battles that I fought in this channel, and that's why I respect the assembled. He's always been with me through these journeys that I've been going through, all these years. Big up to the assembled. I always remember all those battles that we've been through, and how you've helped me on my channel. Big up to you, man. God bless you. And yeah, so he has been playing well. So even that window, even that little window to kind of like just get at him this season hasn't actually presented itself. That window to actually say, Calafiore, you're this, you're that, it hasn't presented itself. So, and I hope it doesn't present itself in the kind of game that will cost us. So that's the thing. But again, we do have Nkape who could also play at left back. So, that's another thing. So we do have a natural left back, in the team. So we don't actually need to go get a left back. We have Nkape. So, but again, that's a story for another day, isn't it? The Assemble says, enough cover, but no specialist in any area apart from goalkeepers, centre backs, defensive midfielder, and striker. All the rest are utility players. Great teams have 3 utility players maximum in trophy winning squads. I mean, does it get better than that? The Assembled breaking it down piece by piece, limb by limb. I mean, fact, man, fact. I do get that. But again, the Assembled, you have to also factor into big ups Gloria, big ups Gloria, big ups Gloria. Gloria, how you doing? Love of my life. Big ups, how you doing, Gloria? I hope you're good. And Gloria says hi. Hi, straight right back to you, Gloria. I hope you're good. Love you. And Spider-Man 44 is down here. And Spider-Man says, my guy, Tony, what's up? Spider-Man 44, big up to you, man. How are you? You're coming just at the dying minutes of the game, man. I'm about finishing, concluding the stream because I have people. I have a big show here today, this night. 8 p.m. UK time with Deji Sports, people. The loud-mouthed sports fan, people. I mean, it doesn't get better than that yet. Deji Sports coming back to the channel, for the Minority Report Reloaded. So that'll be a big game changer here because the refereeing season is almost over. It's totally over. I mean, for me, but Deji Sports, I need to reignite our war of words yet again. And so, sometimes we'll be popping into the channel. I want to revitalize that show. And I'll be bringing in some of the old members of my channel who created my channel with me. I'll be reaching out to Ryan to come back to the channel. I want to reach out to some of these old guys who helped me build the channel. Ola, I'll be reaching out back to Ola to come back and let's kick it off from where we stopped. So yeah, so there'll be some other people popping into the channel again. But this night, me and Deji Sports, 8 p.m. And Gunners for Life says, yeah, big up all the community too. Yeah, exactly, man. Big up to you. And Gunners for Life, I do appreciate your takes, man. I would like you to be a regular on my channel the way the Assembled has always been a regular. And of course, Spider-Man 44. Spider-Man 44, who do you have? I mean, does Chelsea have Crystal Palace this weekend? Sorry, who does Chelsea have this weekend, people? Who does Chelsea have? And people, you know what? Yeah, Chelsea is just about 5 points off Arsenal, people. So they're not even really far off. If Arsenal drops point in terms of draws and one loss, tap, boom, Chelsea could be in the conversation of top 3, top 2 again. So, I mean, it's too early to talk about this title race or whatever. It's still too early, people. It's still too early. But it is what it is, This is the kind of like pressure that modern football invites to people like us these days, because social media just keeps that pressure, keeps that tab on you all the time. So you have to deliver, you have to win games, you have to be top of the league, you have to be on, that pressure would be on you to just, win games week in, week out. And that's what Arsenal should do. And mostly, yeah, when you have this 5, 6 games, yeah, at a trot, that looks completely easy apart from the Champions League matchups that we do have. I mean, Arsenal should be able to, we should be able to just, I mean, go through these games, yeah, and get maximum points. We need to, because that's why I thank God that Crystal Palace, yeah, that pressure of any team facing them right now, that would say, oh, 19 games unbeaten. Okay, they need to maintain that record. That record is gone. Everton has already helped us to open up that scenario. So Crystal Palace could be got at right now. So we have them in the next 2, 3 games or something like that. We could try and have a go at Crystal Palace. We do have Tottenham Hotspurs during this November period, where we will be missing our captain, Martin Odegaard. Yeah, people. We need to win these games. We need to try and show Fulham who's boss. We need to beat them up. We need to smack them up and keep that pressure over Liverpool. And likely Liverpool might drop points, people, because it's a big rivalry this weekend. Yeah, people. So we'll be keeping tabs on Liverpool on Sunday. With what they do, people, because I need them to drop more points. I need Arsenal to have that gap, 8, 9 points before Christmas, and then in Christmas time, when the running will be a little bit more harder due to the weather and the elements, and then stretch it up to 13, 14. Because if Arsenal can be able to just get that stretch, get that lead, just run with that lead. Because right now, Liverpool, people, right now, yeah, the upcoming games for them, it's not looking good, people. It's not looking good for Liverpool. They have lots of games that would definitely test them this season. Yeah, in the course of 5, 6 games, and Arsenal doesn't have that right now. We have all these easier games to just get through. So if we could just roll up with these easier games, get maximum points, beat Burnley, beat Fulham this weekend at the Craven Cottage. If we can be able to get maximum points against Crystal Palace, and as well keep our composure and decorum in Champions League, and manage to get wins, probably maybe against Atletico. If we can't win against Atletico, I'm okay with a draw. It doesn't really matter. But we need to start garnering all these maximum points from Champions League. That's why I thank God we didn't drop points against Athletic Bilbao and all these other clown teams. It's good we got maximum points from them. So even if we play against these big teams and drop points, it doesn't really matter, because we could still regain those points from from these other smaller teams that we have to play in the Champions League too. So I mean, it's not really looking bad right now. It's just for Mikel Arteta to just keep the mentality, straight up. Let the boys know what we really need, and what we really need is wins. Wins that win us the league title. How about that? Rex says, you've done a great job with the streaming. Keep up the good work. Yeah, thanks, Rex. I really do appreciate that. Thank you, my brother. It will be my honor, Tony. I will be doing my best for you. Thank you so much, Gunners for Life 82. I really appreciate that. And says, thank you for your time, Tony. Thank you, people. Join me 8 p.m. today as I welcome back Deji Sports to the channel. From me and everyone that has been here, oh, Gloria, big ups, my love. Love you so much. And she says, big ups, hubby. You are killing it. Thank you so much, Gloria. Thank you. You're so amazing. You're so amazing. I love you. And people, thanks so much. And then I'll catch you guys soon, yeah? 8 p.m. UK time, the Spurs mouthy warrior, Deji Spurs, comes to the channel as we reignite our war of words and reignite our show, the Minority Report Reloaded. People, it's back. And 8 p.m., me and Digi Sports, we go to war. So come join us. Come join us for that warfare this evening, people. I mean, it's gonna be. It's gonna be laugh batter. It's gonna be, punches here and there, hooks, left hooks, right hooks. There'll be, straight punches here and there. So just come join. Just come join us 8 p.m. And of course, Gunners for Life says, take care. Big up to you, Gunners for Life, man. See you soon. And of course, Rex, my guy, says, take care, Tony and people. Big ups, everyone. Catch you guys 8 p.m. today. See you soon. Peace.